Oh, hello. I'm Sketch.
And I'm Shades.
And this is
Geek Out Midstream.
Welcome back, longtime listeners. Welcome back, Shades.
Welcome back, Sketch. Glad to be here.
Oh, super. I'm still riding the high.
Whew.
You could say my embers are still glowing.
Smoldering.
What was it? Genocide? Genocide? That's the one I always remember.
Genocide cannon?
Cultivation cannon.
Genocide cultivation cannon.
Oh my God.
Whew.
Guys, if you didn't listen to last week's episode,
You missed a doozy.
you missed a doozy.
That was so much fun, Sketch.
So we are fresh off of Promare.
Can I just be honest for a second, Sketch?
Sure.
So, longtime listeners,
Always.
you may not know I edit all the episodes. So I edit them. I listen to them all the way through. I make sure everything sounds pretty.
And all the stuff you cut out.
All the stuff I cut out.
Yeah.
I never cut anything out.
Littering on the editing room floor of the
Hours of lost audio.
Yep.
There's no lost audio. But so I listen to them all the way through. I tweak them. I edit them. I put everything that needs to be in there. Sync up the music. I don't always re-listen to every episode after that. I mean, I always listen to every episode, but I don't. After I've edited them, if I had a busy week, I don't always listen to them all the way through again. All the way through on that one. It was a good time.
It was a fun.
It was a fun
time. And I really think we unpacked it really well.
I agree. I agree.
Do you have any take backsies, corrections, additions that you would like to make about Promare?
Just that I really flippin' enjoyed that movie and doing that episode. It was a good time.
I can't wait. I honestly can't wait for it to come out a DVD. So I can own it and rewatch it many, many, many a time.
I can only imagine the DVD extras or Blu-ray extras. They still make DVDs? Is that still a thing?
I believe they do. The old boomers still use their old DVD players. Yeah.
Will it be released on Betamax?
Oh, that's a given. That's a given. Everything these days.
I only watch Betamax. I said that repeatedly.
Yeah, as longtime listeners know, I mean, our entire catalog of movies are only found on Betamax. We're really pigeonholed here.
It's just the superior format, Sketch, and I refuse to watch on anything else except Laserdisc.
You will watch on Laserdisc?
I will watch on Laserdisc.
Did your school growing up have a Laserdisc?
It did.
Player?
We had nothing else, but we had a Laserdisc player.
We had a Laserdisc player too.
I mean, we barely had computers, but my God, I feel like we had 3 or 4 Laserdisc players. There must have been a grant, right? There must have been some kind of grant that every school in America got a fucking Laserdisc.
I think Big Laserdisc was making their rounds.
I mean, I don't think we had anything to watch, but we had Laserdisc players.
We had VCR machines all over the place.
Yeah.
We did have one rolling Laserdisc player, and I distinctly remember seeing a Laserdisc. So we had at least one property.
I don't know what it was. I feel like the federal government must have released something that was mandated that you had to show, and it was only on Laserdisc. So everybody got a Laserdisc player.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think Laserdiscs are the root cause of the government making people spontaneously combust?
Oh my goodness. I think we figured it out, Sketch.
Yep.
Have you done any searches for that?
Angling down the lasers. No, I haven't done any searches for that. I've done some soul searching.
Longtime listeners, good job.
To be true.
Good on you. I'm not going to say it's trending, but my Google autocomplete came back with, does the government have a ray to make people spontaneously does the government have a ray through televisions that makes you spontaneously combust? And I know I didn't type that into Google except when I was searching for it, and it auto completed. I'm gonna say pat on the back, Sketch. Mission accomplished.
I think we hit something close to home.
I think we did.
I think we're onto something.
I'm gonna take credit for that one.
And so no take backsies.
No.
I'm still Guys, if you know what we're talking about,
I stand by that is the root cause of spontaneous combustion.
you got to tune in to our Promare episode if you haven't yet. You can hear it come about organically.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's the best place to hear it all. Hear it all come about.
Oh,
No, but I
my
stand by
goodness.
everything I said. The animation is flipping awesome. I didn't go into it much, but I really did like the soundtrack a lot.
Are you still
it's just-
listening to that YouTube channel, or have you found the official soundtrack? at this
I've not
point?
found the official soundtrack yet. So whenever I want my fix, I got to queue up the YouTube video playlist there. Of
And
them.
is that an official channel, or are you pirating some stuff?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
Ignorance is bliss sketch.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it.
Good.
I don't
on
know
you.
what it is. It's good quality. That doesn't mean anything.
That doesn't mean anything.
Do you remember? You remember Aquaman?
I do
Aquaman
remember
had pirates
Aquaman.
in it. Remember that?
There were not. I don't remember any pirates in Aquaman except for Black Manta.
Yeah, he was the pirate.
Yeah,
Remember
but
that?
they weren't like. I mean, they were. I mean, they were more oceanic terrorists than pirates. I mean, they had a submarine.
Uh-huh.
When I think of pirates, I don't think submarine.
Well, that's
think,
your own shortcoming.
I think like wooden galleon sloop,
Wow.
big sails,
Wow.
eye patches. I don't
Really
think of
s-
submarines.
You're really stereotyping a whole culture here.
The whole culture.
Yeah.
I have slandered pirate culture. Is that a thing?
Yep.
Sketch? Is there a pirate culture?
We're going to hear about it.
I
Next
know
week,
there's-
it'll be
I mean, there's-
you apologizing.
I know there's the pirate equivalent of like the 501st Stormtroopers and all of the Ghostbuster franchises. I know there's
Mhm.
like the Brotherhood of Pirates that do all the
Oh.
cons, but is there
Arr.
like pirate culture where people are pirates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Absolutely.
That aren't like actual like pirates hijacking vessel. What are we talking about, Sketch? I mean, I know
Talk-
pirates are real. I know that there are 24/7 pirates, but I'm talking are we talking about like people that I'm just going to stop before I offend any more people. No judgment. You do you.
You do you guys.
You do you, longtime listeners.
From Promare to pirates.
I am
and everything in between.
I am a elder millennial man child.
Mhm.
I prefer
Yeah.
I prefer Oregonian. If you want to be a pirate, like who the
A
fuck am I to
pro-pirate
tell you otherwise?
Oregonian. Yeah, there are worse things to be these days
There are.
than a pirate.
You do you, longtime listeners. Ooh, let your freak flag fly.
So Promare.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the perfect way to end.
Let your
Our
freak
conversation
flag
on
fly.
Let your burning soul of a firefighter ignite within you. Save the world by destroying the world.
Genocidal cultivation cannon.
And those two. Oof. What was the little guy's name with the little head? Or the big head and the little body?
Vulcan.
There it is.
Vulcan.
There it is.
He only said his name like every 5-minute sketch.
Yep.
His name was Vulcan. He was a little man with a giant head and a giant like robot suit body.
Yep.
Compensating?
type.
Yes, he was.
We all know one. So moving on, I'd say to the last couple weeks of geek news. There's been some developments, haven't there?
A few. I saw the saw that the new Star Wars trailer dropped.
Yes,
Sketch.
the final trailer.
Quote unquote Star Wars boy. What are your thoughts on the final Star Wars trailer of the final film in the Star Wars Skywalker saga?
You know what it comes down to is, more than anything else, I'm like sad. And I'm sad that it's coming to a close. And I'm also sad. I feel very disconnected from this group, from this trio, if you will. And I don't know exactly why. I have some soul searching to do, I think, before the Rise of Skywalker comes out in December. Even as far back as just or as recently as Last Jedi, I mean, I was like repeating those trailers as much as possible just to like see every little bit inside. And this one I've only watched a couple times, and I think the main thing is I'm sad. Whenever it's over, I'm sad. So that's me right now.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
There's that like 3POs. I don't know what's going to happen to him.
I wasn't even gonna.
I want to say goodbye to my friends. I was like, what the? I guess I'm just left with why? Why are we doing this? You know, Star Wars is literally a thing that could have gone on forever.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
Star Wars seems to have survived everything except Disney.
Maybe.
I mean, I just don't get it.
Well, we know there will certainly be more Star Warses in the the Disney Plus and the cinema moving forward. But this is the end of the Skywalker saga.
Yeah, and I guess I have to ask myself why. Why are we doing this? Quote George Lucas: "I feel betrayed."
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty powerful.
George Lucas have always agreed on a lot.
I'm sorry?
I said you and George Lucas, you've always agreed on a lot.
Said nobody ever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the prequels kind of get a bad rap. I'm not really a fan of his directorial style. My favorite Star Wars films are the ones that he didn't direct.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to agree with him at this point. When you look at where you look at where the Force Awakens came in, the
mm-hmm.
energy,
mm-hmm.
you look at where Last Jedi went, and then the decision to end the whole storyline as is and really focus on building out an expanded universe, a new expanded universe. I mean, betrayal. It's the ultimate betrayal, really. I just think back to when Lucas sold Lucasfilm to Disney. Quote, this will go on forever. Like, I did this because Disney is the perfect custodian. Disney's never going to go anywhere. There'll be Star Wars movies for the next century, right?
Oh yeah.
But it's not going to be Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I'm just left with why.
Yeah.
Why is Disney doing this?
Yeah. Funny.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of crazy. It really is. And I guess the other Star Wars news is that Kevin Feige, the Marvel golden child, who has been the architect of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Disney is now putting him in charge of the Star Wars universe as well.
Wow, multiple universes.
Yeah, so did we learn nothing from Game of Thrones?
I don't know. We will see what happens. There's a lot to keep track of.
It really is.
And I'll say this: I already have my tickets for
wow.
Star Wars.
Okay, I do not.
I'm obviously going to see it. Obviously, I'm anxious. I'm definitely more anxious than I am excited, but I am legitimately excited to see what they do following The Last Jedi. What they're going to adhere to, what they're going to try to backpedal from. If we're going to pander more towards the audience or say, F it, let's continue down this road. I don't know. I'm legitimately curious. I'm legitimately curious to see which direction they go in.
I think that's fair, Sketch. Last Jedi.
We're still talking Last Jedi.
We are. And nobody really wants to come out and say it, that whether it is or it isn't it's Rian Johnson was supposed to be creating a whole new Star Wars trilogy in his own little universe. I think it's pretty obvious that that's not happening at this point.
Yeah.
Quote, the official response is that it's in development.
Mhm.
Like Spaceballs, the quest for more money has been in development since the 80s, whenever Spaceballs came out. I get, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it means nothing if something's in development. There's been a Ghostbusters 3 in development for like 20 years.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty safe to say that that's not happening.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah. Time will tell.
It will.
We will cover it.
We will.
For sure.
Should we move on?
Yeah. Oh, I'll say the one thing that would just piss me off more than anything in Rise of Skywalker is after everything, something happens to R2. Something negative happens to R2. He has to be the one character that survives the entire 9 movie series.
He has to be sitting in a corner, like projecting the story to himself.
Yeah, telling us the story.
That has to be how it ends. Like, how do we learn the story of what happened a long, long time ago in a galaxy far away?
Yeah.
That's really the only explanation, Sketch.
Yep. It'll be here before we know it.
Yeah.
Just like the holidays.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
It'll be a good time.
All right, moving on from Star Wars,
Moving
because
on.
there'll be plenty of Star Wars to talk.
Fast and Furious, Sketch.
Fast and Furious.
I know you love Fast and Furious.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see
F&F.
Hobbs and Shaw?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay.
I really just need to sit down to have the time to do it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, Hobbs and Shaw came out this summer.
Yes, it did.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Jason Statham did their spin-off movie of their characters, Hobbs and Shaw. It was a huge success. And Vin Diesel strike back. Fast and Furious 9 went into production. It's got a release date of May 2020, which is rapidly approaching.
Yep.
They're filming in London.
Okay.
Which is basically where Hobbs and Shaw was shot. And Cardi B, internet personality, actor, kind of, musical sensation, R&B, hip hop artist, international woman of fame and intrigue, is joining the series, and John Cena is joining the series.
Oh boy.
And The Rock and Statham will not be appearing in Fast and Furious 9.
Wow.
Hobbs and Shaw out, Cardi B and John Cena in. That was as of today.
I get why, not seeing Hobbs and Shaw yet, I get why Shaw is out, considering the story that has been told in Fast and Furious up until this point. Hobbs, that's a hard pill to swallow.
The only thing I can theorize is that Fast 9 is going to take place during Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, that makes sense.
But it's no secret that The Rock and Vin Diesel do not. They are not simpatico, right? I mean, that was pretty well documented during the shoot of the last Fast and Furious movie. Yes,
I think Vin Diesel has been notoriously a little difficult to work with as of late.
Yeah, that's kind of the buzz around the Hollywood
water cooler.
Yeah. So,
all right, so we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens with that.
Definitely a 10th, right? Because haven't they come out and said
there?
10?
Yes,
there's definitely 10.
There's definitely 10,
and then we'll see from there.
But I mean, I know they've already greenlit Hobbs and Shaw 2, which, again, I've seen the Fast. Is the first one is The Fast and Furious.
Yeah, The Fast and Furious.
2 is
Too Fast, Too Furious.
3 is Tokyo Drift.
Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift. Drift.
I've seen Tokyo Drift. I've seen parts of Too Fast, Too Furious in your college dorm room.
Yeah, because I love Too Fast, Too Furious.
It has trucks. That's what I remember. You were just like, has trucks. This one has trucks.
Has trucks, and
Devin Aoki
has Devin Aoki too.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've seen pieces of 2. I've seen 3, and I guess I've seen 5 because the Safe Chase.
Yeah, I think that's 5.
That's 5.
Yeah, pretty sure that's 5.
And I've seen Hobbs and Shaw. I've seen nothing else.
Yeah, but that's a lot at this point.
I guess that's
1, 3, 5 parts of 2 and Hobbs and Shaw is legit like half of them at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess I've seen half of them.
Yeah. Have you seen The Fast or have you seen The Furious?
I think I've seen The Fast.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I can't wait for you to see The Fury.
I can't wait to see The Fury.
Yeah. The story will all come together for you there.
I guess, yeah. So, The Rock and Statham out, Cardi B and John Cena in. It just seems like it just seems petty to me, Sketch.
It also seems like such a poor trade.
Right?
Like, look what you're giving up for what you're getting.
You know?
Sorry. Okay. For starters, I don't know who Cardi B is. And you could probably show me a picture of her and I wouldn't recognize her.
That's fair. That's not, I have a decent working knowledge of Cardi B. I would not say that I'm a fan. I have not seen any of her film performances. I know she has a film under her belt, in which she played I think she played a call girl.
Okay.
So it's like I don't know enough of her craft work to comment on what she will bring to the Fast and Furious. It does seem, say what you want about the Dwayne Johnson, he's committed. The guy put in the work to become an actor. I love
Dwayne. I can't wait for Jumanji 2.
Right, Sketch.
Yeah.
Jason Statham is just the action hero of our generation.
Yes.
I feel like.
I also love Jason.
I would not say he's
Is Cardi B going to be fulfilling the Rock role or the Jason Statham role?
So that's what I have to come, I think it's great that they're adding characters this late in the franchise. It seems like we're trading 2 established characters of the franchise and 2 established actors in this genre who they're not finding their sea legs, let's put it. Yeah. I'm truthfully most shocked about John Cena.
Yeah, I mean, John Cena was in Bumblebee, right?
And he didn't sell it.
I was completely underwhelmed by his performance in Bumblebee.
Yep. So
I definitely think though he definitely has the Rock itch. He definitely wants to go the way of the Rock.
I agree, and I just don't think he can bring it in the same way.
Yeah. Well, time will tell.
Time will tell.
May 2020.
May 2020.
All right.
Rapidly approaching.
Yes, it is.
Be here before you know it.
Yep.
Sketch, any other news you want to talk about? Well, it's news.
I mean, no big geek world news.
I know you saw Joker.
Yeah, I was gonna say on personal end news, I did see Joker. I know last midstream I said, I was in no rush to see it, and that was still true.
You rushed right out and saw it.
I was, well, my brother really wanted to see it, and was looking for someone to go with, and I was like, well, I'm gonna see it eventually, so I'll go with you.
Now's as good a time as any.
Yeah, and I will tell our longtime listeners what I told you and what I told my brother leaving the theater is that I did not enjoy it, but I appreciated it. And as it has kind of sat in my psyche over the week, I've come to appreciate it more and more. I think it took some big chances. It told a pretty heavy hitting story And I think its big hurdle that it had and still has is that it's set in the comic book universe. And that was another thing I said to my brother was that, boy, if you had just taken out all the ties to the Batman universe in this movie, which there are not many, but they felt a little shoehorned in. If you could take those out, you'd have like a fantastic movie here. But then there's the problem of if you didn't have it be the Joker, if you didn't have it be set in the Batman universe, would someone like me have gone to it? Probably not. So it's like this balancing act.
But I will also just I caught Joaquin Phoenix talking about it. Mm-hmm. His character is not the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Well, without getting too much into spoilery territory here, this, from my interpretation of the movie, this movie was in no way any sort of tie to any sort of DC extended universe at all. This was kind of a unique and kind of daring representation of depicting a possibility, a what if scenario. What if this is what motivated and drove the Joker to become who he is? So if you've seen the movie, you know that there's no way that this Joker becomes the Joker that fights the Batman.
Right.
But after you see the movie, you realize that doesn't really matter. That wasn't really the story they were telling. They were just telling the path, the fall that a person can experience to be driven to that point. And
I think that's fair.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying, like,
do you ever
having
see
it be the Joker? Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was going to say, having it be the Joker set in Gotham was the bait to get people to see it.
Do you ever see the Michael Douglas movie Falling Down?
Nope.
It seems right in that avenue.
Okay.
Just like a guy that's pushed past the breaking point,
mm-hmm.
breaks, and what rises to the surface after that is just something else.
Yeah.
And it is scary, and it is dark, and it is terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah. That does sound like this.
Can I maybe suggest why, you didn't like it, but you recognize that it's good and it's
sure.
It appears to be, I have not seen the movie yet, but it appears to be cinema, like old Hollywood cinema.
Oh yeah.
As opposed to an amusement park ride.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I don't think it's meant to be enjoyable.
I would agree.
It's supposed to be, gouging you in the gut, getting you to feel. That seems to be the driving force behind the production of this movie. And that's why after it sits with me for a while, I kind of get past like the bitter taste in my mouth and realize like, oh, I guess there was some medicine behind this. Yeah.
So I was kind of like a bait and switch there sketch. You didn't take it. So maybe you've seen, maybe you haven't, more members of the film industry are coming out in this discussion about Martin Scorsese's comment regarding the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they are quote unquote not vaguely, cinema.
Yeah, I vaguely saw that.
So added to that list is a number of directors and filmmakers, the future of film and mm-hmm. movies. Francis Ford Coppola has joined, kind of talking about these movies. His comments, he basically says Scorsese was too kind, in that, his take on it was, I think they're despicable.
Wow.
And I don't agree with the way that they're talking about this, but I think I do see the point that they're trying to make. Jennifer Aniston has kind of thrown her voice into the ring. Clooney has kind of chimed in as well. I think what they're saying is this is a divergence from classic cinema.
Sure.
And like, I don't think anyone's making the argument that the Russo brothers are a Quentin Tarantino. Other art house directors, they're true cinephiles. I don't think anyone's making that argument. Marvel, and I don't think their comments, their views are based on the actors, the stories that they're telling, or the content of the characters, or the value of the characters. I think they're more commenting on the way in which the movies are made and the style in which they're shot. They have these huge budgets. It's all computer animation. I mean, right down to characters' hair and helmets. And there is something fanciful and absurd and outlandish. It's ludicrous in many ways that Chris Evans won't put on the Captain America mask, so they've got to animate it onto him. I mean, there is something ludicrous about that when you say it out loud. In a similar vein to, there's also something ludicrous about Tarantino making movies in the way in which he does in the 21st century. They are equally ludicrous. And I would agree that one is like traditional cinema and one is something else. And I don't think that's being disparaging to one or the other.
Yeah.
Am I totally out in left field, Sketch?
No, I definitely see that division between the two. I mean, I see Marvel and I mean DC are superhero movies as just a natural continuation of like your summer blockbuster movies that we grew up with, the big action flicks that usually came around once or twice a year. I know we're getting them much more frequently now, but like you said, no one's arguing that they are high art. No one is arguing that they are, winning at film festivals, but I definitely see the point that it's so their production, the way they're produced is so different, so alien than the amount of work and passion that goes into like a fine art piece. But that's not to negate the fact that there's so much work that still goes into these.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just a different type of work. It's really, in so many ways, comparing apples to oranges.
Strong agree.
They're both fruit, but they're wildly different.
I was really surprised to see Kevin Smith have the reaction to those comments.
What did he say?
That he did. They were measured. He wasn't trying to. He said, Martin Scorsese has been making movies since before I was born. The guy can say whatever he wants. But Kevin Smith is a filmmaker in the vein of Martin Scorsese. He is someone who loves cinema, and his sense of humor is just, he has maybe one of the crudest sense of humor of filmmakers making movies today, but his movies are art house movies. I mean, Chasing Amy is, if that's not a movie made in the image of the golden age of Hollywood, I don't know what is. I mean, I haven't seen Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I imagine it's more of the same, and I just think, Kevin Smith's reaction was, when I go and see a Marvel movie, it's the closest thing I can get to seeing a movie with my dad, because that's the movie we would have gone and see together. Like, saying that it's not cinema, saying that it's an amusement park ride is not necessarily taking anything away from that. Like, people spend thousands of dollars to have experiences on amusement park rides. They serve a purpose.
Yeah.
So it's I was surprised to see him take the position that he took. And he's someone that does cross genres. I mean, he's worked on superhero movies. He's worked on the Arrowverse. He does go back and forth, and his comments were not disparaging. As I was just surprised.
Yeah. It's It's the new hot button issue right now.
It is. It's the hot button issue. It's the political debate for geeks.
Yeah.
Oh man, Sketch, what are we doing? Can't we just enjoy this shit?
That does remind me though of an update on last week's story of Blizzard. And Blitzchung. Blizzard has since put out another official statement in the West. They have diminished Blitzchung's punishment from 1 year to only 6 months. The 2 broadcasters that were fired were also just put on a 6-month suspension, and Blitzchung regained his title and prize money. They're standing by their statement, at least the statement they made in America. They got to stand by their nation. Yeah, but that's the thing; they have not in this country addressed the Eastern Division social media posts, and that has also gone pretty silent. So that is on the other end of things, pretty much under lock and key. Well, good thing that there's no way for anyone in the West to see their comments in the East. I mean, can you imagine the shitstorm that would brew if you could just hop on to a tunneling device that would connect you instantly to breaking news and comments from all over the world? Yeah. Isn't it wonderful to have plausible deniability of time zones and date lines? And man, good thing we don't get any news out of Korea and China and Japan. Thank goodness. Do they not understand the medium in which they work? I don't know. I do not know. Does Blizzard not understand the internet? Well, if you ask me, no, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm just delivering the facts. And that has been, I promise to update our longtime listeners. And that is the most recent update I have on that. Fantastic, Sketch. Thank you for the update. Yes. Well, should we inform the longtime listeners where we're going next week, Sketch? We gotta, because you know what it is next week, guys. If you're listening to this in a timely fashion. You know what week it is. It is Halloween. Shades and Sketch 2019 Halloween Spectacular! This is our 3rd Halloween episode. And guys, isn't that crazy? It's showtime! It's showtime at long last. You guys have been asking for it. Not really, but we wanted to do it. So we're going to deliver. We are covering Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Oh no. Guys, make sure you watch it before you listen to the episode. Please. It is the perfect time of year to pull up the Beetlejuice on whatever device or streaming service might have it. I don't even know what has it. Sketch, I'm going to watch it again. Yeah, I mean, oh my goodness. It's the perfect time of year. It's just the kind of movie we need right now. And it is, Sketch. It's perfect for Halloween. You know what else Halloween marks? It's been 1 year since I've been illustrating our cover art. Oh yeah. Yeah. How about that? Look at that, Sketch. How about that? Look at that. And guys, make sure you check out the Beetlejuice cover art that's coming out. Oh my goodness. Our Halloween episode. This is a good one. Well. I mean, they're all good, but it's shaping up. Well done, Sketch. Should be quite good. Well done. As is the episode, because we had a lot of fun talking about the Netherworld and talking about the Flex, right? That's the family. The Flex. The Flex. Yeah. Talking about Vermont. Why Vermont? You'll have to tune in. And just good old-fashioned geeking out. Another go-go, if you will. A good old geek out again. A good old geek out. Yep. So that's next week. That's Halloween 2019. Should we say the magic words and
get the GoCo to where we need to get?
I think we got to get there. We gotta go. I didn't even mean to do that.
It's a go.
We gotta go. We gotta geek out. So guys, join us, won't you, next week as we take on 1988. 1988's. We just missed the 20-year mark.
We did.
No, the 30-year mark.
30-year mark.
Oh my God, I'm so old.
Yikes.
But that's okay because we're finally bringing you Beetlejuice.
We canceled each other out.
We
We're
did
safe.
cancel each other. Thank goodness.
Woo.
God. Guys, see ya. Happy
you next
Halloween. We'll see you next time.